This is the NFL on EA.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Heading out to lead the Giants as he's done since 2004, Eli Manning. And his hold on the job somewhat precarious coming into the year, but still, look, this is a two-time Super Bowl MVP and the franchise's all-time leader in passing yards and touchdown passes as well. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. It was kind of neat before the game to see Eli Manning and Larry Fitzgerald talking down on the field. Those two were Heisman Trophy finalists together back in 2003. Now, Jason White of Oklahoma actually won the Heisman Trophy that year, but Larry Fitzgerald out of Pittsburgh finished 2nd in the Heisman voting, and Eli Manning out of Ole Miss finished 3rd that season in college football. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Manning into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Antoine Bethea, the leading tackler among NFL safeties last year, and on the tackle again there. On second down, Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now they got to get to the 23 here on third. Throwing is Murray on third down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Damiere Byrd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream, one you don't want to wake up from, but for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New York set to take the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. The All-Pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Throwing is Manning on third down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Manning. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. Fourth and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But fourth and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. First down, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, hey. Well, Mike 34, Mike 34. Here we go, D. 34's the Mike, 34's the Mike. He's coming, check.
Throwing again. Manning out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Hey, box drop.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
70, Indy.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Saquon Barkley, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hey, high 7. High 34, high 34. Scoot.
Jones now, off play action. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. This complete to the tight end, Clay. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 3rd down, Jones. It's caught by OBJ. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throw caught here by Bird. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. they don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy...
And he's going to go down again. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Steps away. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Tight right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, Charlie. 43. Mike's 43. I got one.
Now Jones. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they start the second half with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Quick strike here, Murray to Fitzgerald. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Shotgun now from Murray. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's second down. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. DeAndre Baker, the first corner chosen in this year's draft, there to make the play defensively. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll run with Smith, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Keith Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended, giving 3 yards on the play. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. From the 25 on 2nd down, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Jones now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down.
Mike 34, Mike 34. I got you.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, Echo. Hey, I'm coming after you. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. Get him. Now.
Jones gonna throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Hey, who we got? Hey, Haywood. Ready?
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. He finds his target, Beckham. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Bang, 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 bang. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Jones, open target here, Darius Slayton. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
43's the mic.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Philon. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The throw over the middle taken in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
43's the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. So we got man. 43's the mic. I'm coming. Hey, Alpha. Let's go. Shoot.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Well, Mike 34. I know he ain't got it. 34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 5.
On 4th down, Jones. And Tate's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Jones now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
18 Ready.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
4 down, check, 4 down. You go tight. 80 weapon. You got tight right there.
Jones operating from the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it with Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and I think the game balls need